Hello, welcome to Stamp Designs with Denise. I'm Denise Johnson, an independent demonstrator for Stampin' Up, coming to you from Bedford, New Hampshire. Happy February. It's the 1st of February. I am not going to be able to go live during the month of February, so if, fingers crossed, technology does not fail me, I will still be posting videos on Mondays at 1 o'clock to my Facebook business page, and also getting them onto YouTube, hopefully at 1 o'clock also on Mondays, so that all my YouTube watchers don't have to wait for me to finish doing the live, edit my video, and then get it over to YouTube. So I'm hoping that everything will go as planned. I'll be able to get my videos done and uploaded, and everything will post on Mondays at 1 o'clock. So watch for those new videos weekly. And I appreciate your comments and all your support, and for sharing my videos with others, and hope that you find some new techniques and some creativity by watching them. Every week when I make the cards, I do a raffle on Facebook and on YouTube for the people that have commented or shared my video, and then one winner will receive the cards that I made that week. So last week, these were the cards I made for my Valentine, Not Valentine, and the winners of those on Facebook is Cheryl Began, and on YouTube is Andrea Dixon. So I will get these out in the mail to you ladies. I actually have both of your addresses, so those will be going out very shortly. For the people that won last week, I did not make it to the post office until Friday of last week. So yours are on the way. They just, they went out a little bit later because I had to get to the post office to get those mailed. So as I said, happy February, 1st of February. It is my birthday month, and I have set a goal for myself for February. And so I'm asking you to help me reach that goal. And anybody that orders with me for over $50 order, I will send them a free package of the champagne rhinestones. So there will be links to shop in my store when I post this video, and also on my blog, which is stampdesignswithdenise.net. So again, anybody that places an order with me during the month of February, from February 1st to February 28th, will receive a free package of rhinestones if your order is over $50. So I have a lot to share with you today. I'm very excited about 2 new die sets that they are coming out with on February 2nd, and they brought back an old stamp set from Sale-A-Bration, which I think was in 2017 or 2018, called Hey Chick. So I am going to flip my camera around, and we're going to get started having some fun. Okay, I'm just going to go over some of this stuff very quickly, just because I don't want you to miss out on any opportunities. The Bouquet of Hope is the paper pumpkin kit for February. You need to subscribe or order it by February 10th if you are interested in doing that. We are in the final month of Sale-A-Bration. It will end on February 28th, so don't miss out on an opportunity to earn free products from this. And there's different levels. Level 1, you receive with a $50 purchase, you get that product free, and then level 2, you will receive free with a $100 purchase. There is no limit to how many free products you can earn. Interested in joining Stampin' Up? Sale-A-Bration is a great time to join. If you join my team, I have a lot of great perks for my team members. You don't have to be a demonstrator like I am. I do not pressure you to go out and make sales or to have parties or anything like that. We have a lot of fun, and I would encourage you to participate in team events and team challenges and team swaps, and attend our team meetings. They are a lot of fun, and there's so much creativity in our group. So if you're interested in that, please contact me. and we are going to start stamping. So, Stampin' Up! Starting tomorrow, February 2nd, is going to be releasing 2 new bundles. So the Hey Birthday Chick stamp set is in the mini catalog. But starting tomorrow, they are releasing Birthday Chick dies that coordinate with this. So you can buy them both as a bundle, and it's 10% off doing it that way. Or you buy them individually. If you already bought the Hey Birthday Chick, you can buy just the dies. And then they have also come back with Hey Chick, which was a Sale-A-Bration stamp set that you could have earned for free about 3 or 4 years ago. So this is my stamp set from way back then, and they have now come out with coordinating dies for that stamp set. So if you already have this, go dig it out and get the dies to coordinate with it. If you don't have it, you can purchase both of these as a bundle for 10% off. Or you can just get the chick dies. So they're 2 fantastic bundles. And I have all my cards today are going to be focused around these 2 sets and the dies because I just love it. I'm not really a chicken person, but they're so darn cute. And I really had a lot of fun creating these cards and just using my creativity. It was a lot of fun. So I hope you'll like them as much as I do. So let me set that aside. This is the marketing that Stampin' Up! Has. So the Hey Chick stamp set, the Chick dies, Hey Birthday Chick stamp set, and then the Birthday Chick dies. So the Hey Chick bundle is $44. The Hey Birthday Chick bundle is $43. So if you buy one of those, just add on either a roll of ribbon or a package of embellishments like a rhinestone or something like that. You'll be at your $50, and you could earn a free Sale-A-Bration item as well. So I wanted to show you, I really like this card right here on the flyer, so I recreated that card here. I did gold embossing on the little chick, and then used some designer series paper with the tailored tag punch is what that is, and then it's embossed with the wood embossing folder. I forget the exact name, but I have it, so we'll talk about that later. And then this was another card that was also in the marketing. I don't have a picture of that one, but I thought that was really just cute, and the colors make it really pop. So those are 2 cards that I've made to help promote this. And so what I'm going to do first actually is, this is an older set. So they now have the sets that are cling. So if you're a new stamper, you've received these and they're sticky. They cling to your blocks. The older sets were not. They were just clear mount. So they said on them, clear mount. This is an older set, so it doesn't have that cling. So Stampin' Up! Now sells cling adhesive that you can purchase, and you can attach it to your old clear mount stamps to make them cling. So this is one, see, it doesn't stick, and it would fall off. You know, sometimes you'd be stamping and then you'd get it all inked up and it falls off the block and it ruins your paper. So there are these cling adhesives now, and I am just going to quickly show you how to use those. So they come in a sheet, and there's quite a few in here. There's 168 little tabs. So they're perforated, and so I trim some because sometimes the, it's bigger than my actual stamp that I want to stick it on. So I just trimmed it. So what you're going to do is peel off the tab. and leave the sticky part right on there. This is the part that's going to stick to your stamp. If you do it the other way, it sticks to your block and then you have a really hard time getting up. So I've peeled the 2 tabs off of that. I'm going to just center this right over it. Press down. I really want it to adhere, so I'm pressing down really hard. Peel up. It's now, you probably can't see it because it's clear, but it is stuck to my stamp. And see now, it's sticky. So when I adhere it to my block, it's going to stick right on there. It's not going to come off. And so that's a really good way. I think it's $8 for the whole pack. It is number 152452 if you'd like to get those, if you have some of the older stamps that you need to make into cling stamps. And so then, see, it does the same, it just peels off, the sticky part stays on here, not on your block. And so I just wanted to share that product with you in case you have this older set that you need to make into a cling stamp now. So our first cards are going to be based on this. Stampin' Up! Came up with this class plan. If you wanted to hold a class, they gave you these 2 cards with the recipes. And so I like them. I like them sort of monochromatic, I guess, tone on that. But I wanted to do a little bit more color to it, a little more pattern to it. So this is a card that I made using the Flowers for Every Season Designer Series paper. And we're going to make this card again, but I'm going to use some different papers. So I'm actually using the Oso Ombre, which is one of the paper packages for the Sale-A-Bration. So you can get this 6x6 Designer Series paper package for free with a $50 purchase. So we're using the Bermuda Bay color scheme. So my card base is 11 by 4 1/4. I have a Whisper White layer that is 4 by 5 1/4 that will go inside. And then I have my Designer Series paper pieces. I have 3 of those. They are 1 inch by 4 inch. So those will get layered on the front of our card. And then I have a scrap piece of basic white paper. And then to save time, I have already die cut. So I have a happy birthday in the basic white and also in the, it's not Blackberry Bliss, it's Rich Razzleberry. That is the Rich Razzleberry. And then I have 3 of the streamers in the Bermuda Bay. And I have cut them and I put the adhesive sheet on the back so that when I peel it off, it's already sticky, which the adhesive sheets are great to use when you have detailed dies. And it helps you from getting glue everywhere. So let's do our stamping first. So we're using our chicken with the balloon, and I have the Memento Tuxedo black ink that I'm going to use. So we have that stamped. And so then what I'm going to do is I am going to color it in with the light and dark Mango Melody stamping blends. And then I also have the Rich Razzleberry light and dark stamping blends. So I'm going to go do that, and I'm going to die cut it with the die that coordinates with this, and I will be right back. Okay, so here we go. Here is our die cut chicken. I colored it in Rich Razzleberry and Mango Melody. And now we're going to attach these with dimensionals on the front. And then we're going to do our little banners here that I had die cut out in the Bermuda Bay. Now we're going to layer on our happy birthday. I'm going to start with the white. And then add the Rich Razzleberry, and we'll just put it a little bit off center so you can see a little bit of that white. So see how nice and easy those adhesive sheets are. They just stick on very nicely. And now we will add our chicken, and I'm going to pop him up as well. Now that banner is sticking up just a little bit, so I think I will just use a little bit of glue to get it to lay flat. And I have the Artistry Blooms sequins to add our sparkle to this card. And then I'm going to attach this inside. I'm not decorating the insides. It's a birthday card, so you can choose a stamp set that has other birthday sentiments and add that in when you're ready to send it. So there we go. So this was the original Stampin' Up design. This one was using the Flowers for Every Season designer series paper, and then I used the Oh So Ombre Sale-A-Bration designer series paper. Okay, so now we're going to work on doing this chick card. So this was my interpretation of that card using the Flowers for Every Season, and then I used the foil that is in the Love You Always foil set. This is Sahara Sand. It also comes in Blushing Bride and Flirty Flamingo colors. So I really like that card as well. However, I went with a different color scheme. Cherry Cobbler is my card base, 5.5 by 8.5. I have a layer of basic white for the inside that is 4 by 5.25. And then I have some Blushing Bride twine that comes with the Snail Mail twine combo pack. It comes with the Blushing Bride and the white. It's a 2-pack. This is that Flirty Flamingo foil in the Love You Always foil. This is the stitched shape die in the oval on the basic white. I have a 1/2 inch piece of scrap for gray granite. And then these two designer series papers come from the Flower and Field. And that is also part of the Sale-A-Bration. You can get this pack of paper, which is 12 by 12, for free with a $50 purchase. So let's get this. I'm gonna assemble my card first and then we'll do the stamping. So this is our inside layer. And these are 2 3/4 by 1 inch. And we are going to use dimensionals on those as well. And then I did not use the adhesive sheet on that, so we will have to glue that one down. Actually, I know what we can do. It's going to be covered by my circle, so I'm going to actually use adhesive on that circle part. So that will cover that off there, so I can put my adhesive right here. There, and that will stick very nicely, and then you won't know that there's adhesive there. And now we can do our stamping. So we're going to stamp our crazy hair chick with the Memento black ink. And I want to do my sentiment, Hey Chick, and we will also stamp that in the black. Now I just need to trim this. And I am going to color in my chicken, and I am using the Gray Granite stamping blends and the Flirty Flamingo stamping blends. And I will be right back. So here we are with our colored in chick, and we can attach her right here. She is going to adhere right on the top and bottom, and I think I'll put a dimensional right in the middle so that she stays popped up. And then our sentiment, we can use a mini dimensional on this side and a little adhesive on that side. Oh, I had these, sorry, I had this twine that I was going to put some on the back. Right there, let me get a piece of tape. And there we go. There is my next interpretation of that card. Well, that little ribbon's going to need some help. So this was the Stampin' Up design. This was using the Flowers for Every Season in the Misty Moonlight. And then this is using the Flower and Field Designer Series paper with the Flirty Flamingo in Cherry Cobbler. And we do have let's add some of these. These are the Artistry Blooms sequins. Just to give it a little extra sparkle. Okay, now I'm going to get cleaned up and we'll get on to our next project. Okay, so our next project, we're going to use some of the watercolor pencils. There is a regular watercolor pencil. It contains 12 pencils, and then there's a second assortment that contains 8 pencils. So I have chosen colors from both of the sets. We have a crumb cake layer that is 5.5 by 8.5. It's scored at 4 1/4. I have a Daffodil Delight layer that is 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. And then I have a crumb cake layer that is 4 inches. I'm sorry, it's 5 inches by 3 3/4. And then we're using each of these little eggs. This is from the Hey Chick, and this is from the Hey Birthday Chick. And then we are also going to be using our Stamparatus, which is a stamp repositioning tool. And this helps you if you like your sentiments to be lined up perfectly and very straight. This is really great for that. If you have multiple cards that you're making, this is good for that. And so what I want to do is I want my little guy here to be right on the end. Whoops, put him this way. So that's where I want him to be. And so I'm going to fold that down. It picks up the stamp. I have a magnet on here to keep my paper in place. And then we're going to use the Memento ink. And I don't know if this is on the camera. Let me just move it a little bit. So I'm going to ink him up and then place him right down. And now he's nice and inked up on there. I'm going to remove this because I don't need this one again. And then just get it out of the way. If it didn't stamp dark enough, the good thing is that I could have re-inked up that stamp and applied it down again. It would have been the same exact place. So then my next thing is that I'm going to put this little egg here next to him. And this is one of the reasons I'm using this, is so that I can kind of get it lined up nicely with where he is. And we will pick this one up, ink it up, and stamp him down. So I had measured this earlier and I figured out he was about 3/4 of an inch that I wanted spaced between, because I'm going to do a whole row of those, which is why I'm using this, is to keep them all lined up so they don't go a little wonky and they stay nice and straight. So I've moved my paper out 3/4 of an inch. We'll ink up our egg again and we'll stamp. And I'm going to go out another 3/4 of an inch. That one did that. I can't tell if that was straight or not. Okay, we're going out another 3/4 of an inch. So I'm making sure my paper's flush against the top. I'm not sure if it was in that last one, but it looks pretty straight, so maybe I was okay. And then one more time, 3/4 of an inch out. And there we go. And so now my eggs are all nice and lined up where I wanted them to be. So let me get my Stamparatus out of the way. And this is crumb cake. So I have found that if you color in first with the white watercolor pencil, then it makes it much easier to add color on top of that. The color is going to be more true to that color. So what I'm going to do is color in all of these white, and I'll be right back. So now they're all colored in white, and I want to add color. So these are my colors that I've chosen. I'm going to do Melon Mambo. Then the second one is going to be Pumpkin Pie. Then I am doing Granny Apple Green, the Bermuda Bay, and the Gorgeous Grape. And then my last little chick is going to be Daffodil Delight. And so they're watercolor pencils. I actually have an old Stampin' Up! Used to sell pencil sharpener. Use any pencil sharpener that you have, and it works great and it sharpens them nicely. So I'm just going to come back over now and add color on top of this. So I'm going to do all of these colored in, and I will be right back. Okay, so here I have colored them all in, and then I went over them with a blender pen to sort of soften my marks, and so I didn't do the last Gorgeous Grape one, so I'm just doing that now. So you can just see it just sort of helps blend in those lines. And then to get the color off of that, I'm just going to take a scrap piece of paper, and I keep turning and using this until the color comes out and it runs clear. And then I can use it and go on to the next color. So see, now it's running clear now. And so now I can use it on my next color. But I have done all of this already. I kept the egg on the end white, and then I did color in all the little legs with the pumpkin pie. And I added some stripes on the hat, all using the watercolor pencils and the blender pen. So let us put our sentiment on. And I'm going to do the You're a Good Egg. And that's in the Memento Black. We'll just put that right there. Let me get this covered. And then I wanted to sort of do a little rustic look to this. So I have very sharp, these are my Stampin' Up paper snips, and I'm running them kind of right along the edge, and I don't know if you can see, it's sort of like just sort of tearing up the edge a little bit. So I'm going to do that on all 4 edges. Okay, so I have all my edges sort of roughed up right now. Let me just get the dust I created off of my work surface. Okay, so we're going to attach this now to our Daffodil Delight layer. And I have a piece of the, what did I do with this spool? Sitting right here in front of me. I have a piece of the braided linen trim. So I'm going to put this in a knot. And attach this to my card front. Oh, that side's not quite reaching where I put the tape. Okay. So let me just trim these a little bit. And I kind of want to unravel them a little bit. There we go. And then I'm going to attach that to my card front. And there is our Good Egg card. Okay, let me get cleaned up a little bit here, and we will move on to our next card. Okay, this is the next card we're going to make. I made this one using the paper from the Ice Cream Designer Series paper. And so my colors are the Blackberry Bliss, and I use the Blackberry Bliss in the Purple Posy stamping blends. And then that's Terracotta Tile for the banner, Purple Posy, and Blackberry Bliss. And then this is the Blackberry Bliss ribbon. So for the card I'm going to make using that as my model, I have a card base of Night of Navy. And this is 9.5 by 4 1/4. It is scored at 5.5. I have my stamping blends, which are the Soft Seafoam and the Night of Navy. My ribbon is the metallic It's a metallic ribbon, and it is in the Seaside Spray color. And then I die cut some banners in Rococo Rose, Seaside Spray, Night of Navy. I have a piece of basic white that I use the stitched rectangle shapes to die cut out. My designer series paper is from the Paper Blooms. This is one of the paper packages you can get free with a $50 purchase during Sale-A-Bration. So my designer series paper is cut at, let me see where my cheat sheet went to. So my designer series paper, this is 3 3/4 by 4, and this is 1.5 by 4. So let's get all of this attached. Our basic white layer is 4 by 4. That will go on the inside. Okay, so then we're going to add some banners here to the front, and I have put the adhesive sheets on the back so that when I peel that off, it makes them nice and sticky. I'm going to use my take your pick tool. I think I might have a better luck with peeling them off then. Okay, so I'm just going to do those 3 on there, and I'm going to tie on my ribbon as well, and then we'll do our stamping. So probably need about 11 or 12 inches. So let me get a nice cut on the end of this. And if you've been watching my videos, you know I don't like it when I have these saggy bows, so I am going to put a little bit of a glue dot right underneath my bow here to keep it in, or my knot to keep it in place. There we go. So I'm just going to do the 3 banners. I think that's enough on this card, and then we will stamp our chicken. So using the memento again, we're going to take our dancing chicken. Put her right here, and I'm going to stamp my sentiment in the Night of Navy. And now I'm going to color in the chicken with the soft sea foam, and then detail it with the Night of Navy stamping blends, and I will be right back. Okay, so here is our finished stamping image, and I colored it all in, so we're just going to attach this now with some dimensionals. And I'm going to stick my third one actually here so that I have one right on the edge, and it's secure since it will be hanging off of the paper. There we go. So that's our two different versions of the same card using the Sale-A-Bration paper from Paper Blooms, and then this is the ice cream paper. Okay, let's get cleaned up and we'll do our last card. For our last card, I really wanted to showcase the dies that came with these sets. The detail on these are really great, so I wanted to use the little chicken coop and the fence and the corn and create something that sort of showcased the dies, because they really are a good seller for this. They just make things pop and add some extra dimension to them. So we're using the crumb cake again. This is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then I have two pieces of Whisper White. They are 5 1/4 by 4. I'm sorry, it's not Whisper White. It's Very Vanilla. I say that so often I think that it's like ingrained in my head, and we don't even have Whisper White anymore. It's Basic White. So I need to slow down when I'm speaking, and I think my brain works faster than my mouth does. So Very Vanilla. They are both 5 1/4 by 4 inches. One is going to go on the inside, and this one is going to be on the front. And as you can see, I already ran it through the die machine with these little like chicken scratches on the bottom of it. So I wanted to add some color a little bit to this, but I wanted it to be kind of rustic. So I have crumb cake and I have a sponge, and I'm not blending or anything like that. I am just going to come right in, and I'm just going to like tap right on it, and that's what I wanted it to look like, is just like that. So I'm going to do that. I did that with the crumb cake. I have some garden green. I am using a new clean sponge between each one. They are stained from other colors, but they are clean, and I'm switching them out between. So then right here in the middle, I'm going to come in with the garden green and add some of that. And my last color will be the Balmy Blue. Sorry, I think this is shaking the camera. So there are my three colors. It just sort of gives the background a little bit of dimension, the ground, the grass, and then the sky. And so these are Stampin' Sponges. I'll just take these, I'll run them over in the sink and rinse them out and let them dry, and they'll be good to use again when they're dry. So I have the little chicken coop that I have die cut out, and then I have some of the corn stalks. So this is in crumb cake. The corn stalks are in the garden green. I have the little fence, and I don't know if you can see, but there's like detail. There's some embossing. When you die cut these out, there's embossing with them. So the fence, the chicken coop, that. And then I have also cut out some of the corn husks, and then the corn, and then I also have some of the little yellow chicks. So I also have a scrap piece of the Very Vanilla, and we are going to stamp this chicken here. Let me grab my black ink. So we will stamp her, and then I am going to use the So Saffron Stampin' Blends and the Daffodil Delight Dark to give some color to her, and I'm going to die cut her out, and I will be right back. Okay, here she is all cut out. So let's start assembling our little farm scene here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I actually want to add some color to this so that the roof and the sides are a little bit more defined. So I have my dark crumb cake, and I am just going to go like along the roof line here and add the color there so they stand out a little bit more. And then we'll go right around the door here. Maybe I'll add in these little legs as well. There, so that just makes that stand out a little bit more, the detail of it. So I'm going to put this here. It's going to go off the edge just a little bit. We'll pop that up with a dimension. That one I might have put too close to the edge if it's going to hang off. Put that in a little bit. And we'll attach our fence. And now our corn stalks, I did use the adhesive sheets on the back of this. Okay, I think 3 corn stalks is good. And then we will add in our corn and our corn husks. Okay, so the corn and the corn husks are all on there. And we will add our mama chicken and her little chicks. So we'll pop her up with some dimensionals. And our little chicks, the little wings sort of pop up. So if you want to add some dimension to that, you can pop those up. And I wonder if It's too small for a dimensional, so I'm going to just put a little bit of glue on her. And we'll put our little chicks on. And then I want one over here on the back side of Mom, so we'll put her going the other direction. So there we go, and I'm going to trim this. Oh, my little chick wasn't quite dry enough. She popped off. Okay, so for the inside, I'm going to let that dry just a little bit. And for the inside of our card, I have our happy little chick here coming out of the egg. And I'll stamp her on the inside. And then I thought you can use your markers, your Stampin' Blends to add some color to her. I thought that maybe this card, you could use this card for either Mother's Day card, a welcome baby card, a congratulations on your pregnancy, congratulations on your adoption. So I just thought there were many different uses. We'll make this one a brown egg. There you go, and we'll add some color to our hat. I'll make this one blue, but if you have a girl, it could be a pink. And there we go. Okay. So let me get this. I do have a bunch of card swaps that I've received that I wanted to share with you. I do card swap, a bundle swap every single month with fellow demonstrators, and we make one sample card and we send that out to multiple people. Well, I make like 12 cards and send the same card out to 12 different people. And then in return, I get cards back from them. So let me grab my cards that I have received. And then I'll bring back out the cards that I put together. And then I also have a special raffle that I want to talk to you about. So this card uses the window sheet. So it's a fun fold. And she did a really good job of lining up the happy birthday on the inside and the outside. This was Karen. Here's another one. It uses the same bird. And I like that they didn't, this one is colored in gray. This one doesn't have any color. This card is from Judy, and she used one of these little pops on it so that it jiggles. So really cute birthday card. This uses that ice cream designer series paper. Here's another one with the balloon. This is by Dawn. And this one, I think she just used the blends and colored the paper, and that's a fun fold. And then she's got different embossing folders that she used on the the circles. Here's one with that little fence, and then she used the wood embossing folder on the background. So these are actually two good accompaniments for that stamp, those stamp sets, the Pinewood Planks embossing folder and the All Wired Up, which is a background stamp. So it's one whole stamp. And I think I have some cards that use that. I'll show you. So this one is by Deb Snyder, really cute. She did like a little ballet. She gave her a little tutu. She's at the bar here, and there's like a, you know, pretend mirror behind her. So she's doing her ballet. Really cute idea. Here's another one that uses that All Wired Up background stamp set. The chicken coop and our little birthday chick with the crazy hair. And then here's the last one that I have to share that uses that All Wired Up background stamp. Just some shaped ovals, stitched ovals, and watercolor pencils to color in our chicken here. So those are all the cards I got in the swap to show you some other ideas. And let me get out. These are all the cards I made today. So thank you for sticking with me through this. I know that was a lot. There's a lot of out here. But I also wanted to announce that I'm doing a special in February. I am really trying to increase my sales during February. I want you to take advantage of Sale-A-Bration in February. So if you spend $50, everyone that spends $50 with me is going to receive the Champagne Rhinestone Basic Jewels, which I announced. But if you spend at least sorry, let me restart that. If you purchase one of these bundles from me, either the Hey Chick bundle with the chick dies, or the birthday chick dies with the Hey Birthday Chick stamp set, then I will enter you in a raffle for this free rectangular postage stamp punch. So there'll be one winner. Everybody that orders either one of these sets from me will be entered in the raffle on March 1st to receive this free punch. Here are two of the cards that I made with that punch, just to show you how awesome it is. Really cute. And anybody that places an order over $50 will receive the rhinestones for free. But in order to be entered in the raffle for the postage stamp, you have to buy one of these bundles. If you buy both bundles from me, you'll be entered in twice for to win the postage stamp. So please use my February host code if your order is under $150. This is my new code for February. And I thank you so much for watching, for commenting, and remember to leave a little sparkle wherever you go.